Hi, everybody. We're back to And Here's Modi. It has been a minute. I hope you've enjoyed the guests we've had on the podcast. We have been out and about. We've been all over, and we've been getting such nice feedback on the podcast. Every time Leo goes on the stage and says, I'm usually not the funny one. I'm usually not the one on the mic unless you listen to the podcast and say, who here listens to the podcast? And the place goes nuts. And it's a lot. It's very cute.
That's so nice.
Yeah,
it's really cute.
It's really cute. Such nice fans we have and such great feedback. And literally, they just tell us, we just enjoy listening to it. Just a way to numb your brain. On that note, just so people know where we are in the world right now, time-wise, they have not caught the killer of the CEO.
Nice.
Right.
Nice.
And I don't think they're going to. I'm almost hoping they don't. Do you want him caught or no?
Look, I'm very torn about this because on the one hand, it's almost like this like Robin Hood story, you know?
Yeah, they're making him out to be like a folk hero.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
And the internet is like going crazy.
And like people are, it's like a thirst trap out
Well,
there.
Leo keeps hitting me with, Leo's following it on Twitter, so he keeps hitting me with these lines. And
Oh yeah, like I would offer my thoughts and prayers, but you're out of network.
Right. And then
Like-
somebody said that I hope they take him to the CEO. I hope they take him to a hospital that's out of network.
yeah.
Like you
What
do
was-
not meet the deductible for my condolences.
It's-
It's
There's a
so
lot of dark things, but
crazy.
some of them are pretty
And
clever.
he looks a little bit like John F. Kennedy Jr.
right.
And he's white and has all his teeth, so he's going to get through. They're never going to find him.
Right. I mean, look,
he's wherever Epstein is right now. That's where this guy is. They're on the same island.
listen,
Yes.
it's so crazy because when I first saw the video, I was like, oh, this was like a super professional hit. And then it turns out that this was like completely not a professional hit at all. Like this guy was like gallivanting around Manhattan, staying in a hostel,
Yeah.
going to Starbucks. The gun that he used was like a veterinary gun of some sort.
Oh, when did
Like,
that come out?
I think in the past couple of days.
Veterinary guy?
And then
I knew it wasn't professional because the professional put the bullet in the back of his head and move on.
Right.
He stood there and took that shot, but they kept it going on. Oh, he's this professional. He's this professional. He's that. I don't know if you know, Patrice O'Neill had the funniest joke in the world. Years ago, there was this shooter who was shooting out of the back of a trunk of a Buick.
Okay.
Right? And it was this like, for a while. So the guy would hide in the back of a Buick and would just take a shot and kill people from. You remember this, right?
I remember.
And they kept going. Oh, he's a mastermind. He's that was Patrice's whole thing. He's a mastermind. He's a genius. He's a assassin.
A
And then they
sniper.
found it was just a guy in the back of a Buick shooting people. And it was. I think this is the same. He obviously they found the money in the monopoly money in his bag.
Oh, I didn't know that. What?
Yeah. They find them a bag. His bag, his knapsack was full of monopoly money.
You're kidding.
Yeah. The other thing is that coat he was wearing, you can't get. It's sold out online.
Yeah, they had a
Everybody bought
lookalike
the coat.
contest in Washington Square Park the other day.
I'm done.
And they say the killer returns to the scene of the crime. Like he probably went to the lookalike contest if he's still in New York.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the internet's unwell.
It was
The
just,
internet is undefeated
Very
with
unwell.
this. And then also that the bullet casings had writing on them.
Of course, yeah. And my cousin, who was a DA for 24 years in Miami, said she's never heard of that. Never heard like to put that on the.
How do you even do that?
You can do that, yeah. You just have you ever seen a bullet? Like,
Yeah.
You can like engrave something on it.
So somebody engraved. What was it?
Deny, depose, I think defend.
Yes. Listen, it's a very sinister industry, the
Very.
healthcare. I mean, they really
Awful.
are responsible for like hundreds of thousands of people dying just to be jerks, right? And United Healthcare apparently has the highest rate of
denial.
Yeah. So
not that anyone deserves to get murdered in the street. Preface, asterisk, bold, underlined. Please do not message us saying that we said otherwise. But
did
it's
you see
interesting
there was a
to hear.
picture of George from Seinfeld, like sweating, like a screenshot of him, and it said every CEO denying claims today.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also brings you to the thought of like, God forbid you should be kidnapped or you should be killed. What photo do you want used?
Right. That's good.
That's an important picture.
Yes.
I turned to Leo and Leo could see it in my head. I go, if I'm ever, Leo, before I even finish his sentence, goes, I know exactly what picture we're using. He knew exactly what picture we are using.
I at least have like it down to like a few. I wouldn't have to like.
Yeah.
Like a press kit, like a media kit. Please
And this
download this PDF file.
This is all okay. Keep in mind, Leo and I watch television only when we are on the road and in a hotel room, and the TV's right by the by the bed. Otherwise, in our house, we do not put the TV on. So that's why we were able to follow this. It was like a good one. I see the world as episodes of a series.
This is a TV show for sure.
This is going to be
Now, wait, tell me about the Monopoly money, though, because I didn't hear about that, and that is wild.
Well, I saw that. I told you I didn't see it on like a real news source. I saw it on something on Twitter that was reposted a few times.
As opposed to this entire rest of story that we've gotten not from Twitter.
That they found a backpack in Central Park and it matched the backpack that he had, and it was
That's
full
incredible.
of Monopoly money.
I mean, that tells you everything you need to know, right? Like that's a piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
Although it could be that his,
They think one of his fans like planted it. Maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where
chic.
led me down that rabbit hole.
Wow.
Somebody said that maybe he like this was like a personal thing that he was having like an affair or something, and that they did this whole thing to like deflect from that because they said his wife didn't sound that upset when.
Oh, she didn't. I heard it. I heard her.
His wife. I heard her. She released a statement. Talking an audio statement. It was we are very upset. He was a very generous man. He was this and that. Please accept our privacy. And you can see her filling out the deposit slip for the insurance company for whatever life insurance. Imagine what life insurance he has. And he just made $150 million on an SEC thing
allegedly.
Allegedly.
I don't know.
This is not a courthouse here.
Speaking of a courthouse, if you need a lawyer, have we got one for you?
Whites in Luxembourg, the law firm that not only does well, they do good, very philanthropic, and Arthur Luxembourg, a very close friend of the podcast, and Randy, his wife, who recently had a very beautiful 65th anniversary, where Jessica Kirsten performed at, and we thank her for listening to the podcast and updating him. Also, A&H Provisions, the #1 kosher provisions you can get. Everything's available on kosherdog.net, 30% off with the promo code MODI. And that's it. Thank you to our sponsors and thank you for supporting them. And back to this. So I was good now.
Very good.
I'm getting good at that.
Very good. We're episode like 173.
Wait, there's so much to tell you. Wait, can we talk about you opening at the with the pants at the
Sure, I'm gonna get a water because I've like cotton mouth.
I'll get you a water.
Okay, wait. Is it a new thing now to leave the podcast in the
because you peed during the
I had
last
to go
episode.
pee. We're doing the podcast.
For those of you listening, Periel has gotten off her chair to kindly get me a water because my mouth is kicking.
Yeah, but I had to pee. Leo and I took these water pills.
Yeah, because we're traveling, we're on a plane, you're in different time zones, you get a little bloaty toady.
You get
what do water pills do?
You peed the water out.
I found them from Dina's father. Dina's father, an older guy, had these water pills. I'm like, what are these? He goes, these are water pills. They make all the water go out of your body. I'm like, can I have one? And I tried it, and it's amazing. It flushes your whole body full of water. So
wait a second. Did you just describe Dina's father who usually gets like a 3-minute long introduction about what kind of a rabbi he is as a quote unquote older guy.
Yes.
We're going to go.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
We're going to. By the way, we have a whole thing to tell you about Montreal.
Okay.
But
Water pills.
So the water pills. So why were we telling?
Because you had to pee during the last episode.
I'm sitting there with Mark Feuerstein, and I said I cannot hold it anymore because these water pills make you pee a lot, and I got up, and that was I think the episode's going to be called Delft Gay Pishing. I have to go pishing.
That was a cute episode.
It was cute. Yeah. It hasn't aired yet.
Comes out this week.
Okay. Okay. Wait.
What do you want to talk about?
Was it the Chicago show with the pants?
Go ahead.
Leo gets on. Okay, so Leo has two looks. Leo, when he gets dressed, there's two looks he wears. Either he looks like a toddler,
Clean baby.
clean baby, but when you take him out of the house, it's like these
him out of the
square pants, these overdone square pants, and these t-shirts that are like extra large, so you don't see like you just like a toddler, like a little. Okay,
I like baggy clothes.
Baggy clothes.
Okay.
And the other look is the captain of the Czechoslovakian gymnastics.
Yeah, I like
where everything.
I like baggy clothes until I don't, and then there's like no in between.
So he had these one pair of horrible pants. I can't tell you how ugly they were. They were these black pants. They look like if you were working in McDonald's, that's what they give you as a uniform. It's that thin.
That's a little much, but okay.
Thin little nonsense fabric.
Okay.
And it's expensive. They're from Officina General, whatever the hell that's. It's like super, but it's just so baggy and looks so dumb on. I hated it. Anyway.
He made that abundantly clear.
Apparently.
So now he walks on stage to introduce the show.
In these officines générales.
So he's deciding whether I'm going to give it to the audience when I do my few minute introduction, or I'm just like walking on like a stagehand. So he did the stagehand look, and it's these pants, and they're so thin. Now when I go on stage, I have the stage lit like you could do oral surgery.
Yes.
So it's just light. And now, so I'm in the wing, and I'm looking out, and all you see is I see Leo's profile and the first 5 rows of the audience.
Okay.
And all you can see is Leo's shaft.
This is a lot. I don't know if this is gonna make the cut.
So
No pun intended.
He didn't realize it, but that light just hits those pans, and it's just all you see. And then I'm looking in the first 5 row, and you see women in their 60s and 70s like this.
No way. Really? Did you notice that?
He didn't know. I swear to you, he didn't notice that. I swear to you, he had no idea that was what was going on.
That's amazing.
But the light's so strong, and those pants are so thin.
It's amazing.
And the first 5 row was just like, what are we looking at? By the way, the Chicago shows were amazing, and people gave us feedback.
Okay.
Like, did you have to talk about how Jews give us feedback?
Yeah.
And some woman, you can tell, or some guy made an Instagram account to tell me about what they thought of a certain joke, which I did not agree with. And I took it out.
Okay, well,
it was a good note.
Tell us everything.
It was this bit I do about like Christian conversion camp stuff.
Okay.
But then it's cute and it's bomb, bomb, bomb. But then I added a whole other scene like an act out scene of if a Jewish kid was at a Christian gay conversion camp, what it would be like. But it was too schleppy.
Okay.
It was too schleppy. The show now, by the way, is it's called Pause for Laughter.
Yeah.
And it's a different hour than the other hour. So there's people coming in there and there's like, where's the Sephardic Ashkenazi material? I'm like, we did that.
But people want the hits.
They want the hits, but they're not getting it. They're getting brand new material in each.
You don't throw
bit.
In like
I threw one little thing, and
I feel like you have to do that. If you're gonna do one, I feel like that one is so iconic for
Which
you.
one? No. This is more. This is a show that does not need to be translated to people who aren't Jewish. It is a very down the middle, a Jewish flavor for sure. But it's.
Well, I for one am very excited to
see it at the Beacon.
See it at the Beacon, where I will be on December 17th.
You come in the 17th? Okay, it's the
December
first show.
17, 18, and 19.
That's 17, 18, and 19. I cannot. I am plotzing.
It is so exciting.
But this will probably air that week.
Oh, that's great.
Isn't that right? Yeah, this will probably be airing that week. So right now is like we've already done one. And
if anybody is trying to get tickets and can't get them, I am willing to scalp mine for about $1,000 a ticket. I do have very good seats.
We could probably get it.
Yeah. So another thing we did on the road was very, very. So we were in Montreal.
Wait. So start. So you guys have been. I haven't seen you in like
Months.
a month.
A month. Yeah.
You guys look great.
We've been on the road. We never did like when we're on the road for like 3 weeks in a row. You know, living out of a suitcase. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
It was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad.
Was it?
Yeah.
Are you tired?
For me, you're fine. You're a trooper. I just
Why?
Like
he loves being on the road.
Yeah.
Give me a hotel, greet him in a stage. That's all I need.
Yeah, that's all he needs.
Yeah, but Leo, it's harder.
Yeah.
You're so much younger too. Like you should be.
Okay, I know, but I'm not. I like my shower and my bed and my laundry machine.
Although we've had some amazing suites.
Oh, I have no doubt. I didn't think you guys were
amazing suites, and it's fun to go there. And you open the door and you see how big it is. And Leo did a whole video of me singing cantorial music in the shower.
That.
And people loved it. And people started to quote him halachas. And he said, if you quote me the laws of singing in the shower, I will block you. He said, what did you? If Moni's singing in the shower, that's what he's doing.
That is so funny. What's the hardest part of traveling for you?
Sleeping, the routine. You have an early flight, you have a late flight. But that's funny because you're a tourist. You're more like routine focused than I am. But when we travel, I'm like, oh.
I just bang, boom, got up, showed the airplanes. It's so much.
What was the most fun show?
Montreal shows are amazing. Montreal shows were just on fire.
Yeah.
And then we had this Denver show. We were in Denver at the Paramount, and like the hour really came together. And Leo slayed the house down. Boots. He did crowd work and everything. And he killed it.
Wow.
Leo had to start doing comedy like without that.
I'm not doing comedy. Pause.
Okay. Leo had to get on stage in
public speaking.
But he didn't have that 8 years to be like doing open mic. So I said to him, I gave him a few tips what to do with the mic and never to put your hand up because the light's in your eye, little things like that. And then just slow everything down. And it's like, again, he's the producer of these shows. Yeah. Without Leo, there's nobody in those seats. There's no clink to hit. I'm buying a ticket. That wouldn't be happening. Okay. And so.
Why is this?
That's usually when I go, are there any podcast fans here? And I look.
But why are you saying not to put?
It's a horrible thing to do. It's to block your light. What I'm doing, people who aren't watching this, I'm putting my hand like I'm saluting, but it's to block the light so you can see.
Like when the sun, I'm asking because I've done this on stage, that it's like you're blocking the sun.
It's hard not to.
What?
It's hard not to when the light's in your eye.
But I've also learned from him, he's also told me other things not to do on stage, which I did. Like I leaned back against the wall and I put like my foot up against the wall and he was like, don't do that.
Because you're not waiting for a bus. You're doing a comedy show.
Right.
Yeah, there's little things that just show that you have confidence on stage, and putting that thing up. It's like you don't know how to work with a light. You are on stage. There's these lights blinding you. Deal with it.
Good.
Period.
Good.
Deal with it. Period. And even if you do see your hand go up, what's that going to do? You're gonna be like, let me talk to you? No.
I don't know.
No. Wait. What was the other one we had?
Wait, so Montreal, so you did what? And he slayed. What did you do?
No,
What?
he slayed in Denver more than anything. In Denver, he's like doing. There was a woman who like organized. A woman who's a real bring the friend to the comedy show. She brought a whole bunch of people, and she came to see us in L.A. Her name is Beverly, and Leo gave a shout out to her and spoke to her from that crowd. It was so sweet.
No, but he also at that point he had been giving me a lot of notes, and he's like, "You need to slow down. You need to slow down. You need to slow down." So then in Denver, I really slowed down, but then I slowed down so much that I lost my train of thought. Because he had to hop on the Voice of God mic, and he just started talking. Like he goes, "Look how cute he is!" Like, and the whole crowd is laughing. And I was like,
"No," because I knew because he has a line about like what happened was he slowed down, and he chalished in the laughs.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, that's what laughter feels like. This is great. I forgot what I have to say."
Yeah,
that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
You were holishing in the laughter, and then I go, and maybe you want to talk about the DMs, and then he goes, "Oh yeah," and it was so.
How
good.
long are you on stage
like
for?
2 minutes.
Not even
2 minutes.
Not even 2
I was
minutes.
like thinking
It's
10, 15
no.
minutes.
perfect. It's so perfect.
It's
like
great. I
2
love
minutes.
It's so. I cannot wait for the Beacon.
Oh.
And the other wait. We had
Yeah, we're all over
Denver
the place
was
here.
amazing. Denver was amazing. I cannot tell you the people that came to Denver. And they all drove 2.5 miles to 2.5 hours. No one's from Denver. I'm from Fort Dade and Valley View and Valley Zibby and Forest Hill and Forest Mully and Forest Vest and we drove 2.5 hours to see. I'm like, oh my God, thank you. I don't know if I would drive 2.5 hours to see me, but they were great. They were amazing. The theater was beautiful. The Paramount Theater was amazing.
Wow.
And then I want to talk to her about me meeting that rabbi.
Go ahead.
This is gonna really okay. So now we're in Montreal, and we have Shabbat dinner with the Liebermans, Lorne, and Lorne asked me if I wanted to meet the Tosh Rebbe, the Tosh Rebbe. She's a Rebbe. Okay.
What is the Tosh?
Okay. So, as we told you before, in the Hasidic world, there's from every different town, there was a rabbi. So this is a rabbi that came to America, and he went to Montreal, built his community, and moved his community out of Montreal, like 40 minutes north of Montreal. He was a big rabbi. He passed away, and his son now is the Rebbe. So Lorne says to me, after your show tomorrow on Saturday night, do you want to go meet the Tosh Rebbe? I can arrange an appointment for us. You can't just go there and meet him. You just, you know. And so we go to meet him. We drive 40 minutes north of Montreal. Okay. We get to a town.
Is that like 10 o'clock at night? You got off stage?
Yeah, I got off stage.
This is so insane.
I did not go.
I was
Leo
just
did
about.
not go. Leo
I
did not go. And
who is this Lorne Lieberman person?
Lorne
This
Lieberman.
is somebody you know?
Who's Lorne Lieberman? Chaya Lieberman's husband. That's who Lorne Lieberman is.
But this is like a person you know, like you're friends with?
No, the Liebermans are like the family in Montreal. They're the nicest people in the world. They're real chesed people. They're real charitable and successful.
Okay, fine. But like, this is a friend of yours, or this is some
He's a
random
friend.
person who was like, do you want to meet this rabbi?
If I'm having Shabbat dinner in his house, it's a friend.
Well, I don't know. You're driving 40 miles north to see. Okay, go ahead.
So Shabbat dinner was Friday night. Saturday, he didn't come to the show because his wife is in Avelis.
A who?
Exactly.
Keep it going.
Keep it going. His wife couldn't see the show because her father has passed away within a year. And so he says, after the show, do you want to go see the Tosh Rebbe? So this would be like 11 o'clock at night.
Okay.
Driving all the way out into a community of 500 families. Okay.
I can't.
Of Hasidim. So imagine you're going into a Williamsburg of Montreal. We pull up there, and all you just see is Hasidim, right? And we get to where his house is, and they bring us into a room, where it's like a big white table and the books all over on the shelves. And they bring the Rebbe, the rabbi, in, who's now the son of the big Tosh Rebbe, and he knows Lorne because they and so he asks me. He is all in Yiddish.
How old is this person?
He's like, I can't tell. They either look 108 or like or like 78. He's younger than like his father. His father's
He's younger than his father.
His father lived
Good.
forever. But he's like I would say, I don't know. But
Okay, in his 70s.
Yeah,
Or 100.
something like that. And
Somewhere.
he's a white beard, the big fur hat. The pageantry was great.
Okay.
He came with the
Nice.
white kapata.
Nice.
He has his gabai Eli was there. His secretary, and so we sit there. Me and Lorne are sitting there at the two ends by the head of the table. They bring him in. We stand up. We speak, and he knows Lorne, and Lorne's helped him with stuff. And so he goes, "Oh, so who do I have? Who have you brought here?" So right away, I'm not going to say I'm a comedian Modi. I say I'm the adopted son of Dina's father, Rabbi Yisrael Yaakov Gross, Reb Yoikel of Kerestir, the oldest living relative of the Kerestir Rebbe. So he's like, oh, I know him, and he explains how he knows him, and they all go to where they know him, and his father knew him, and him, and him, and him, and him, and him, and him. Boom. Then he goes, and what do you do? I said, I'm a comedian. I tell jokes to Jewish people and non-Jewish people. And then Lorne goes, he just did a show now for 900 people. And then we began talking a little bit and this and that. And he's like finding out and like, so that's all you do? You're a comedian and this and that. And he said in a very nice way in Yiddish, I'm in appreciation of sitting with somebody who can get people together to be happy and laugh. And I wish you much success. Then he turns to his secretary, makes a moment like this with his eyes, and the secretary says, the rabbi would like to speak with Lorne alone.
So what did he tell you about separate seating, though?
Oh, so like he was like.
Wait, can you say that in Yiddish, what he said? Because you said this whole thing is in Yiddish.
The whole thing was in Yiddish.
And your Yiddish is good
I
enough
followed up,
that
and me,
you can...
yeah, and then me and Lorne had to afterwards like figure out the words we were missing.
That's unbelievable.
He's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good. He's pretty good at it.
Yeah.
But
So,
what did
it's a new, so say it in Yiddish.
So no, he said that the Rebbe will Yechidus with Lorne, which is like, okay. Lorne's a more affluent, rich person, and he's got more to talk to him about than me doing jokes at the you know what I'm saying? He's like, that was very nice to meet you. Beat it. I want to talk to Lorne.
It was
right?
like in The Crown when she pushes the little
I'm
button.
getting this appointment only because of Lorne. I'm not coming in there because I'm a real estate developer. I'm going to help him out with his community. Wait.
This is outrageous.
But that was the best part, though, because then I went outside, and for a half hour, I spoke to his secretary, who lives in the community, Eliezer, and he was so sweet. And I found out all about what's going on in the community and all of this, and it was such an amazing event to be able to experience. And
Okay, I have so many questions, but first, can you address what Leo said about the seating?
oh, so he's so here he is, this big rabbi of the most orthodox thing, and he goes, and your shows, it's separate seating? I said no, and I was gonna be like, yeah. No, I was like, no, it's not separate seating, and he goes. He wanted to show that he's progressive. He goes, maybe you make one section that is available for separate seating.
Oh, that's
yeah. It was
that's
his attempt
nice.
to
He's
be
trying.
like he doesn't get what this show. When I explained to him that non-Jews come to the show, you have non-Jews at the show. He was like in shock, and it was great. It was a great.
Did you tell him about Leo's thin pants?
I did not tell him about Leo's thin pants.
No,
I
that
didn't
definitely
mention that at all.
does not
That
have-
never came up. He didn't ask me.
Does
he
not have
never
a
asked me
hexture.
about my wife or my children or my anything. He asked about what I do. He wished me much success. My connection to the Kerestir Rebbe, and that's it. And then he wanted to talk to Lorne about things he needs from Lorne, whatever. And I had a half hour with the secretary outside talking to him and got the neighbor. Then we drove all the way back where his father is buried. They have this like, I don't say the word mausoleum, but this beautiful where his grave is, and it's open 24 hours and lit, and all marble. And I put a prayer for. I put a prayer. I've been putting prayers from my fans / community.
Oh,
I feel like my fans are not just the fans; they're also a community, and that's
really sweet.
yeah.
What is this guy doing up at 11 o'clock at night?
They don't sleep. Hasidic,
Yeah, they don't
Hasidic
sleep.
people don't sleep. They don't. There's no hours. There's no.
Why?
The only thing that tracks their day is the fact that there's a morning service, an afternoon service, and an evening service. But
Oh.
otherwise, they do not sleep. They're up. They have engagement parties, weddings, shaver brachas. All these. They're never sleeping. They're always.
Really?
They-
How could you pass up an opportunity
God, Leo did not
No,
come
for-
to this.
to go land on the moon like this?
Leo did not. This was not a place
No.
for Leo to go to. First
No.
of all, his Yiddish is not up to par.
I feel like I don't know. Could I handle this? My jaw would
You'd be annoying. You would be annoying. You would be annoying. You would just annoy him, and he wouldn't meet with you like that. I don't think.
Why not?
I don't think he. No, he would. He would.
If
He
my
would.
last name was Lieberman, he would
No,
be.
but like, yeah,
he
no,
doesn't meet with
no.
women?
No, he does meet with women. He does. Yeah, he does. So it's.
He wouldn't
Yeah.
even meet with you. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
But it was great, and the picture of me and him went super viral in the Hasidic community,
Re-
and I'm honored.
That's very
It was a very
sweet.
nice, and now so now me and Lorne so first time I was in Montreal a while back, he brought me to meet Rabbi Pinto. This other,
Rabbi Pinto.
So then, when I was in California, when I was in Miami, I brought Lorne to meet Dina's father, another Rebbe. So now then he brought me to meet the Tosh Rebbe, and now I have to find another Rebbe to bring him. We're trying to one out each other.
God,
It's great. It's great.
look at how much joy
He
this
loves
brings
it.
him. It's
He loves it.
amazing.
It took me a few days to realize like what really happened in the meeting and what he said. And me and Lorne, like when he said this, what did that mean? And it was a moment.
So now you have to find another rabbi.
Yeah.
Isn't there like a list of? I mean, I'm sure you know who would know.
Who?
Mendy.
Mendy who?
Mendy.
Mendy Torsky?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's not bringing me to.
No, but he probably knows who all of these
I know
people
who they are too.
You
but
know who
it's-
they are too.
I want to. It has to be. It has to be a
Organic.
organic way
Okay.
to meet the.
I had to go to the bathroom.
There's big it's a big zchut.
Honor.
Honor, yeah. It's a big zchut to do that.
Listen, I think it's great. I'm very happy that like in between gallivanting around the world and doing these shows that you're getting to meet. Did we lose our engineer?
Engineer and Leah both left. So now it's me and you rogue over here. Thank you all very much for listening. There are shows available on ModiLive.com. We are in, first of all, get your February organized. I'm going to be on the 2nd. I'm going to be in Arizona, and then the 6th and possibly the 5th in Fort Lauderdale, the Parker Playhouse. And then we go to Tampa on the 13th of February, and then back for 4 shows, 16, 17, and 18, with a matinee on the 16th at the Parker Playhouse in Fort Lauderdale. Those shows might be sold out by now, but and then we have in January we have Austin and Houston. Get tickets for that, and just go to ModiLive.com and see if there's anything near you or near a friend of yours. Be the friend that brings the friends to the comedy show, and we'll see you all there.